how to create it, how to install it. Last time, I already started with file. My file is available on hard disk, and that file I want to access it. How to access it? How to do changes in that particular file? That we saw, or remaining part we will see today. How to read the file. So now, writing a file. I want to write on hard disk. Okay, not in temporary area like in a variable or in an array, but I want to store write data in a file. So how to do it? We can write it with function, f write function. So a new file can be written or text can be appended to existing file using PHP f write function. This function requires two arguments specifying one file pointer and a string of data that is to be written, that is pointer and the text. Optionally, third parameter can be included to specify length of the data to be written. If third argument is not included, then complete file. Sorry, if third argument is included, writing code will stop after specifying length has been reached. So we will see example. If write question mark PHP, that is a starting of PHP program, variable dollar file name equal to my file dot txt. My voice is visible, audible. I'm audible. I am audible. Can you able to hear me? Okay. So now, see, the file is available. File, my file.txt. This file is available with me. It is available in hard disk, and I want to read and write in that particular file. So how to do it, that we will see now. So uh, pointer is file. Okay. So it is a pointer to particular file. File name is my file, and this file I am opening in a write mode. Previously we saw create reading a file, that is write. Instead of write, read, we saw. So now I want to write something in a file. So I'm opening this file by specific permission or giving permission write. So content will be written to that particular file. Now first one, it will check whether file is open or no. File is open. Yes, we will proceed. If no, it will give me that file is not able to open. So now, uh, again I am saying from line number 2, the file, my file.txt. This file is available on hard disk, and this file I want to read or write. So right now I am opening this file for writing purpose. So line number 3 says that file name, right? This, that means this file will be opened for writing purpose. Its file pointer is file. So now line number 8, if right, it is a function. This function will write the text to the file. So first parameter is pointer to the file, and second is the content which I want to write. So line number 8 will do that word. Once the work is over, I will close that particular file, and that line number 10 will complete by my PHP program. Now later on, I want to display the content. Okay. So again line number 16, PHP code started. Same variable I'm using. File name is same. Opening the file now for reading purpose. Same file I'm opening for reading purpose. So line number 19, it will check whether file is open or not. File is open, okay. Otherwise, it will give error and come out. Line number 23, it will open the file and it will open the file and content it will read Okay, and later on, the file will be closed and content will be visible on your screen. Here, file. This is the simple text, and this one I wrote here. This program is clear to all. Basically, I am first reading a file and writing a file, and later on, same file opening and displaying its content. Any doubt in this program? Anyone have any doubts? Yes or no? Anyone had doubt? If no, I will continue. If right, that is adding, adding content. Same file is opened for writing purpose. Text is added and content. If you want to see, you can see. File is same. I'm not doing any changes, so you will get output same. Here there is some changes. See, in previous program I wrote line number 8. If right, this function will write content to file, and next in the second program a text is written, and that text is again added with line number 10. If write, file, and text. Two way of writing these two statements. Here directly you can enter the text or you can specify the variable. So anyway you can able to type content in a file. Once your writing work is over, you can see content by reading same file and seeing content also. If you want, I will show you. One second. My file is right. Content I'm changing. Open a file. It is a PHP file. Open. F open file. My my file. Write one. Then in that file, if you want, I want to add it. I can see that today and see, add it, save it again. Here, content are added in your file. Then this way you can go on adding using your program. Program is clear. Any doubt up till now? Any doubt up till now? I am audible. Can you able to hear me? Okay. Any doubt? Continue. Now, working with directory functions. When you are doing some programming in between. You want to find out uh, where which file you are opening, uh, what is the path, or you want to change the directory. So this everything you can do using code also. So we will see that. PHP directory introduction and directory functions. First one, chdir, change the current directory. Second, chroot, change root directory. Close dir, change a directory handle. Dir, it will return an instance of directory class. Get cwd, return current working directory. That is, if you want to find out where you are, you can specify this function. Open dir, open the directory handle, read directory, return an entry from directory handle, then rewind dir. If you want start to read from beginning, you can use this function. This set directory handle and scan the error. It will return an array of file and directory of specific directory. Functions. Many functions are there. First one, they define and use of CHVIR function. CHVIR function changes current directory. Syntax is CHVIR directory and parameter values are directory required. It will specify new current directory. Then next function is sorry. So second one is get CWD. First, get current directory. For that, we can use function get CWD and change the directory. We can use CHDIR and the directory name. And result is available with me. Here, right now I am here working directory there, and later on I'm saying that change it to images. So output you will get like C colon exam HT docs PHP program / images. That is, you can find out where you are, and if you want to go to next directory, you can go to next directory also. Any doubt? Next function is ch do ch do function definition and use of that is ch do function which changes group directory of current process to directory and changes the work current working directory to root. Syntax is ch do directory required parameter and specify the path which change to root directory. So if you run the program, you will go to root directory. Then one line ch do ch do and will go to that root directory and get cwd. Next function is use dir. Use dir. Use dir function uses directory handle. Here, my directories, images, and I will check if dir is underscore dir a bracket directory means is it directory? Yes. Then I will try to open that directory and read the content of that file name, and you can see the files which are available in this directory. Hmm. These functions are available, we can use it if we want. Next function is dir. Dir function returns an instance of directory class. This function is used to read a directory which includes the following things. One, gives directory is open, given directory open, two parameters handle and path of dir are available. Both handle and path pra- pra- properties have three methods: read, rewind, and fuse. Read for reading purpose, rewind that is we want to start from beginning, and close for closing the directory. Let's see. Here and specifying the directory and then will provide path and files. This is everything. It will here file name. All file names it will provide. Dir functions as we have in Windows. Similarly, here also we have functions called dir. Dir will provide path and file names which are available in that particular directory. Next function is get CWD definition and use. CWD get CWD function returns current working directory where you are working now. That will provide here where I am in C colon exam ch docs and PHP program. So it will provide the path where I am right now. Next function is open dir. You can open dir function. We can use this function to open the directory. You can specify the path and then you can find whether the file is available or no. So for that you have to use looping. That's all. These are the functions which are available on file, PHP file. Up till now, any doubt? If no, so now I will go to next point, and that next point is our installation. Because at the many times I am saying that I will use exam. Okay. So I want to specify how to install it. Procedure I will say first. Here I already use server, correct? Because my PHP program will not work without function. Without server. Because PHP program are only run on server. So already the server is installed. Now I will just specify how to install it. Okay. So method I will explain. First, XAMPP is a server which we are using. Actually speaking, it is an environment XAMPP is the most popular PHP development environment. Now I want to install it. Versus XAMPP is a completely free, easy to install Apache distribution containing MariaDB, PHP, and Perl. XAMPP open source package has been set up. This is to be reliability, easy to install and easy to use. So I want to install it, download it. Next is on SQL and will start installing it. Exam. Next, what it will in, involve. One server, then programs. This program PHP and code and programming language. So server Apache, MySQL, file visa, FTP server, STP server, then mail server, Comcat, Comcat, then PHP, my admin, okay, next, install next, where I am installing C colon exam program, then user, say next, next, installation is over, so easy to install it, language, select it, save it, now everything is available with you. Now start admins, config, logs, and phone. So with this, your installation is over. PHP server is installed. Okay. Now I will go to actually using this. Now I will start. See, it is already installed there. It is installed. Exam folder. In the exam folder it is installed. Now I will go to use it. Now how to use it? Anyway, up till now, anyone have any problem? I am audible. I am audible. Can you able to hear me? Installation, any problem? If no, then I will use it now. Continue. see one step. At home, we can install exam and later on we can do. If you have already installed, you want to do something with me, you can do. See, exam, exam folder. You can able to see this screen. Can you able to see the screen? Now, I'm using Apache server and MySQL server. Starting two servers, and now I want to create a database because now I want to create a database, do processing on database. So how to create it? We will see now. Select admins. Can you able to see them, my screen? This one fast. Can you able to hear me? Can you able to hear me? So now I will create my database. So how to create a database directly or then using code, both we will see today. So now I want to create a database. So I will say new, create a database, give the name to database. Hmm, student one, I say grade one is created. Now it will ask me table, tables, column. I don't know what comment. I will say three. Uh, name table one, Table 1. C. CHM table 1 and columns and say go. So first table will be created. Now here first is you have to specify the fields. What I did was I have created a database, then table. Now fields and specifying now. First student, roll number, or PRN, whatever you want, you can specify PRN. Then that is a integer, then say integer field. Then next one is I will take percent and address. Name, name. Next one is name, student name, student underscore name, ERN, student name is a text. So I will say text on varchar. And next one is mark. Mark. It is an integer. Yes. All three fields are specified. Now I will say save it. So you enter value name. Then say keeping and say save. Okay. One table is created. You can see now should one database CHM table. In that three fields are there, PRN, student name and mark. Okay. Now if I want to insert the field, I can insert the records. So how to insert records? First record, first values. I have to specify the values. PRN, first name, marks, everything, and say go. So what will happen? See, it has created a query. Insert into CHM table 1 in bracket PRN should name mark and value as 1, 1, ABC and 50. Then automatically it has created a query. So one record is inserted. Okay. Then I want to insert one record is inserted. Now I want to insert next record. So insert. Second. Rule number 2, mark, say 40. Now, see, instead of saying here go, I can say here so. Query, another query is generated here fields are specified here. Insert into database field name and value and semicolon. Okay, one record is inserted, second record is inserted, third one, roll number, parent 3, and mark. I think three records are inserted. And see, here, one record is inserted twice because I part query also and then later on also say okay go. So same record is inserted twice. So there are four records and not specified that any roll number is unique. If you own, we can specify that also. Now next one. Now next one, I want to insert fourth record. Sorry, 5 mark and see. Query. If you want, you can do many things here. One record is inserted. One, two, two, three, five. Five records. Five records are inserted. Now, I want to apply many things here. Select star. This query is created automatically. Select this where suppose I want to apply, I can apply where um, suppose I want to update it, so I will say this. Okay. Where Yes. Mark, mark, mark equal to equal to 50 and semicolon and say go. Okay. Zero record and one second. Smart equal to insert. You can directly specify the values. Value 1, value 2. If you want to modify, you can modify it, delete, clear, and so on. This everything we will do to coding also. Anyone have any problem? How to create a table? How to insert? So what I did in PHP, a table is created, or in database is created, then later on table is created, and in queries, uh, records are inserted, and queries are specified here. If you want, you can do delete also, insert, delete, update, all things you can do using. So here we still or through coding. Delete when we are PRN equal to, yes, it will be made the record student database I think he's taking a delivery one record. Yes, and equal to 2. Yeah. Sorry, mistake. It is an PRN. And so I think that maybe create now database we will come out and then we can see. Okay. So basically how to create a database that we saw or first tables. So now I will continue with my program. First one, how to install, then how to create a database, how to create a table, how to create a queries. That is explained to you. Now next part is same thing with coding, database. PHP, MySQL database. And even I have any doubt up till now, creating a database, any problem, no response at all. PHP database. PHP MySQL database. With PHP, we can connect to and manipulate the database. MySQL is most popular database system used with PHP. Now, what is SQL? MySQL is a database system used on your website. MySQL is a database system that runs on a server. MySQL is an ideal for both small and large applications. MySQL is very fast, reliable, and easy to use. MySQL uses standard SQL. MySQL compilers on a number of platforms. Sorry, MySQL compiles on number of platforms. MySQL is free to download and use. MySQL is developed, distributed, and supported by Oracle Corporation. Data in MySQL database are stored in tables. A table is a collection of related data and it consists of columns and rows. Database Databases are useful for storing information. A company may have database with tables like employee, product, customer, orders. These are the examples. PHP connect to MySQL. PHP 5 and later can work with MySQL database using MySQL I extension. I stand for improved EBO PHP data object. Earlier version of PHP used SQL extension. However, this version has decomposed in 2012. MySQL example in both MySQL I and PBO system. MySQL I is object oriented and MySQL is procedural. For Linux and Windows, MySQL I extension is automatically installed in most cases. PHP 5 MySQL package is installed. For installation, we can go to this site and you can install it easily. So now database is created inside servers. Inside your server. But now I want to do it using code. So how to do it? We will see. Before we will access the database and MySQL database, we need to able to connect to server. First, we should connect to server. Now, so we have to write code line. You can say first line is less than question mark PHP function open connection. This function will open the connection and next function will close the connection. What I want to do in this program. So for line number 4, what is required? For server, you should know server name, username, password. Okay. So here, my host name is localhost. Localhost is my DB host. DB user is root. DB password is nil. This is my setting. Now, I want to open a database. My database name is student. If you remember, I use student. Here, stood is my database. Yeah, it has two tables. One table one and table two. Table one contain two fields, roll number and mark, and second table contain um, not created. Table one is table second has only three fields, but records are not inserted. This I will do through coding. ID, first name and last name. These are the three fields for table 2. Okay. That means in a database, I can have number of tables. Okay. If it is a college database system, then it will have number of tables. One, student. Second, staff. Third, uh, library, and so on, like this. Okay. So now I have created a database called store. Now it has two tables. Table one, and second table two. Table one contain two fields, roll number and mark. Table one one check. Table one has two fields, roll number and mark, and three records are there. Okay. Second two. Table two have only database created, no record is inserted. If I want, I can insert here. ID. ID is one. First name, last name, and table. A query will be generated. Here, insert into table ID, first name, last name, values as one Kirti Chaudhary. Okay. So one record is inserted. Similarly, you can go on inserting number of records. So now, same thing I want to do through coding. We will see one at a time. So right now in the first program, what I did, I have just created a database connection. My server name is localhost. Server name is localhost. Username is root and password is nil. So this information is available. Database name is stood and there is one function called MySQLi. Okay. MySQLi, I am using creating opening a database using object oriented. That means object is created CONN. This is object and an instance is created and records are inserted. Sorry, database is created. Now, parameters for that are host name, server name, username, password, and database. If all four information is available, your database will be connected to server. If it is not connected or die, connection failed message and return. Okay. So this function open connection, this function will open a connection. If it is possible, it will connect it. Otherwise, it will give you error. Otherwise, once connection is created, you will get a message and later on the connection is lost. Message is connected successfully. I will show you output. Open. Opening a file. Next. Create connection. Let me check. One second. To insert. Sorry. Create digital. Local host. Create. हाँ. In otherwise, coffee. People create table, create review, created a database, and then connection successful. This way, your table will be connected to database. Any doubt up till now? Any doubt anyone have? So basically here one function is there called open connection and close connection. Okay. And here I have to provide parameters post as local server name, username, password, and database name. So if it is okay, then connection can be established. When connection is established, then we can move for creating the table. PHP create MySQL database. A database consists of one or more tables. You will need to special create privilege to create or to delete MySQL database. Create database statement is used to create a database in SQL, MySQL. So instead of using MyDB, I use sudo. So here database is created and connect and table is created. Up till now, 10. This part is for doing connection, specifying server name, user name, password, and connection. Connection is okay. So this much. Up to line number 10, connection is created. Lateral bound database is created to SQL equal to create database table 1. So table 1 is created. How connect arrow query in bracket SQL equal to true. Then database is created. Else connect it is not created. So now I already created a database there also and here also. You can see here output. Um, mm, Second, creator label 2. Another way to create a table. See here previously table is already created and here I want to create it from scratch. So how to do it that I want to specify, and for that you need some information, that is what is your uh, data data types. So first I will specify data type. A database table has its own unique name and consists of columns and rows. So create table statement is used to create a table in MySQL. The data type specifies what type of data the column can hold. For complete definition, we can see this. Now, first one, uh, not null. After the data type, you can specify optional attribute for each column. Not null. Each row must contain a value for that column. Not value or not allowed. default value. Set a default value that is added when no number other value is add specified or passed. Unsigned. Unsigned is used for number type. Limit store data to positive numbers and zero. Auto increment. Auto increment MySQL automatically increases the value of the field by 1 each time a new record is added. Primary key used used to uniquely identify records in a table. Records in a sorry uh, rows in a table. The column with primary key setting is often an ID number and it often used with auto increment. Each table should have primary key column. Its value must be unique for each record in the table. I have not applied, but you can specify this. Now, creating the table. Server name, username, and password. Connection. Database name. This field is specified, then connection is established, then a table is created. Now how? SQL line number 13 dollar SQL equal to create a table 2 in bracket. First one ID. Yeah. Integer 6 and sign auto increment primary key. Everything I am specifying here. That ID is a primary key. Maximum size is 6 and it will be automatically incremented. Second is first name. Where can 30 not null. That means user should specify the value. Last name. Where can size is 30 not null. So your user will enter this value. Now, if connection arrow query SQL true, then a table is created successfully. Otherwise, error. This is working. Create table true. I will show you output. Create create database tools. I'm again running this. It will give error because table is already created. Great, man. It will give error because table 2 is already exists. Okay? If it is not available, then it will give. If I say 3, then it will create a third table. Anyone have any doubt up to now? So I will stop here. Anyone have any doubt? I will close the connection. And I will leave when the meeting. Madam is available.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Okay. We have started with the topic of multi-threading in Java. Yes. Let's quickly revise the topic, then we'll be proceeding further. Can you tell me what is a thread? I require the responses from you people in the chat box, then only I'll be proceeding further. What is a thread? Small part of the process. Okay. Any other answer? Yes, what do you mean by a thread? Everyone is there in the session, first of all. Block of code. Okay, basically thread will be, as the Meenakshi said, small part of the process. It's a small unit of the process. It's like creating a sub processes. It's like creating the sub programs. Your main program will be distributed into multiple threads, into multiple parts. Is it heavy weight or is it lightweight? Thread jo hai, is it a heavyweight process or is it a lightweight process? It's a lightweight process. Okay, that is the difference between the multi-processing and multi-threading. अगर आप प्रोसेस को मल्टीपल प्रोसेसेस में डिवाइड करोगे वो हैवी वेट है बिकॉज ईच process will be taking a different memory area in your system, whereas in thread, if you divide your process into the different threads, so every thread will be sharing the same area. Share कर रहे हैं, that means they will be lightweight. They will not be occupying separate resources every time. So they are lightweight as compared to the processes, sub processes. Okay, this we have discussed. Then we have discussed the ways of creating the thread. Can you tell me what are the ways of creating the thread? There were two ways to create the thread in Java. याद है क्या कौन से थे? Yes, what are the two ways of creating the thread? Using extends keyword. Yes, very good. Or second option, using the interface runnable. Using runnable interface also we can create the thread. We have seen the examples of both the processes, both the ways how to create the thread using extends thread as well as using implements runnable method. इसके बाद we have also seen the concept of main thread. What is main thread? What is a main thread? Default thread. every program, every Java program will by default automatically will be creating one thread called as main thread. जो आपका पूरा Java program है वो एक thread में distribute, I mean it's given to a thread, and that thread is called as main thread. We have seen the working of the method current thread. Current thread करके हमें check किया था. What is the default priority given to the main thread? What is the default priority given to the thread? Whenever you are creating any thread, the default priority is, this can be coming in a question in the exam in 1 mark question, maybe MCQ question, maybe the fill in the blanks question. What is the default priority of a thread? Default priority hota hai 5. 5 is the default priority of the thread. Okay, and lowest priority, minimum priority hota hai 1, maximum priority 10. So your threads, all of your threads will be taking the values from 1 to 10. In between 1 to 10 you can set the priority. Default thread ko 5 priority hota hai. Okay, at a time how many threads can be executed? At a time how many threads can be executed? If you have created 3 threads, but at a time how many threads will be able to use the CPU, use the processor, use the operating system? Only 1. एक टाइम पे एक यूज कर सकता है. शेयरिंग करेंगे, चांस सबको मिलेगा, वन आफ्टर द अनदर, बट सीपीयू विल बी गिविंग at a time one chance, one thread to work. Then we have also seen the life cycle of the thread. Can you tell me the states? There were 5 states in the life cycle of the thread. What are these states? New. Whenever you are creating a thread, new thread, it will go into the new thread. New के बाद runnable. Yes, new के बाद there will be runnable. Runnable के बाद it will be running. What is the difference between runnable and running? Runnable means your thread is ready for working, but still CPU has not given the chance to work. So that will be there in the runnable state. When you are going to call the start method, to runnable में जाएगा. And when I call the start method, it will move into the run method. और जैसे वो run method में क्या उसका state हो जाएगा running. From runnable, it will move to the running state. Okay, so 3 states I have described: new, runnable, running. What are the other 2? Blocked. What happens in the block state? What happens in the block state? Your thread will be going into the non-runnable state. Can you tell me the situation when my thread will be blocked? चलते चलते उसको हमने stop करवा दिया. The thread was working. The thread was there in the running state, but we have made that thread to stop working. Why to stop? Why to block that thread? Block that thread? Some higher priority thread has came into the program. CPU will be given the chance to that higher priority thread, तो current thread को stop करके block करके दूसरे को chance देगा. और resources, share resources चल रहे हैं, इसके पास resources available नहीं है, for the temporary purpose it will be blocked. Okay, sleep. If you have remember, we have used a function called as sleep method. What is the use of sleep method? All these topics are interrelated. Life cycle करोगे तो block state में आता है sleep method. What is the use of sleep method? Yes, everyone, be quick. Sleep for this much amount of milliseconds. So what that means? Your thread will be blocked for specific time period. Sleeping mode में चला जाएगा. Function name itself indicates everything. Function name is sleep. Sleep means what? You are not working. You are resting. So block state में जब thread जा रहा है, one of the reason is your thread is being in the sleeping mode, in the resting mode for some time, for some period of time. Okay, when that time period expires, वो खुद उठ जाएगा. We don't have to wake up that thread. That will be automatically waked up and it will start working again. And what about the terminated state? The last state terminated. That is when the work is completed by all the threads. By the thread, it will move into the last state, that is terminated. Terminated means your thread will be terminated. That is, it will be in the non-active state. It will be in the dead state. First से लेकर new से लेकर blocked तक वो active रहेगा. Once it is gone into the terminated, it will become non-active and it will be in the dead state. It will start dying now. Thread will be releasing all the resources, releasing the memory area और चला जाएगा आपके program से. So till here the topic is clear. This was the flow diagram of your life cycle of your of thread life cycle. main thread, the default thread which is created in your Java program, from which the all other threads you can create. Okay, हमने example देखा था. Now tell me the use of these two functions, set name and get name. Sleep तो मैंने अभी तक बताया, your thread will be blocked for some period of time. What do you mean by set name and get name? These two methods, what they are used for, what purpose? Yes, be quick in responding. तो हम लोग आगे का टॉपिक देखिए फिर. Set name is for renaming. Yes, every thread will by default be given some name. Thread 0, thread 1, thread 2 कुछ name assign होगा whenever you are creating the thread. Okay, default Java provide करके देगा. But in case I don't like that name which Java is providing, so I can change the name of my thread. क्योंकि मैंने create किया है तो मेरे को I should be having a facility to change the name of the thread. So I will be using a name called as function called as set name. Set name will allow me to change the name of the thread. Clear, everyone? Yes, my voice is getting audible properly to everyone. Okay. And what is the use of get name? Get name क्या करेगा? Get name is what? Getting the name. अगर हमको चाहिए कि what the name is being given by Java to that thread, हमने assign नहीं किया है, हमने दिया भी था तो हम भूल गए हैं कि क्या name दिया था. So we can try the name, we can get the name from the Java program using the method get name. So get name is for getting the name. Set name is for setting the name. Setting means giving the thread a new name to it. So we have discussed how to create the thread by using two methods, by extending thread class and by implementing runnable interface. Now tell me which method I have to complete when I'm using runnable interface. Interface I means incomplete method होगा इसके पास which our class has to complete. So what was that function? What was that method which our class has to complete? Which is the method in which I'm going to write down the code for my thread. Thread से जो काम करवाना है that I'm going to write down in one method. और जब हम start को call करेंगे वो method by default invoke हो जाता है. Which is that method? If you remember, you can give me the answer. I have to call that method by the start. Start method call करोगे तो वो वाला method call हो जाएगा. What was the name of that method? No, it's not runnable. The method name was नहीं याद है कौन सा method था? See, which method is there? The method name was run method. Okay, whenever I call a start will automatically call run method. I don't have to explicitly call the run method. Run के अंदर what coding you are going to write? The work which required to do from your thread. Thread से जो जो काम करवाना है वो run के अंदर लिख के रखो. All the statements. But वो run method आपको call नहीं करना है. What you are going to call? You are going to call start. Start से by default वो run में जाएगा. जब CPU उसको chance देगा तो वो run करना start हो जाएगा. Once the work is completed, once out of the scope of run method, run से जैसे ही बाहर आ गया वो die हो जाएगा. That thread will be going into the terminated state. Yes, till here it's clear to everyone about the start and run. यहाँ तक हमने stop किया था last time. Using seeing the runnable state, extending thread के बाद हमने runnable interface का example देखा था. And when to use the thread extends thread and when to use the runnable interface. And about the ending thread. Now, today we are going to see what if we call run method directly instead of start method. Just now we have discussed कि run method कब call हो रहा है? When we are calling start. जैसे ही मैं object name dot start call करोगी वो run call हो रहा है. But run method है. Can I directly call run method? Method तो method होता है उसको call कर सकते हैं. Can I call directly run method? What happens if I call directly run method? The question is that call तो हम कर सकते हैं but होगा क्या? See, now what will happen when I call the run method directly? Invoking the run method from the main thread, run method goes into the current call stack rather than at the beginning of the new call stack. इसका meaning क्या है? It is going to move into the current call stack. Okay, now what is this current call stack? Now look at in this diagram on your right hand side. There will be always one main thread working. जैसे ही आप thread indicate there is some stack area जहाँ पे आपका processes के सारे details हैं all your processes are moving into that stack area. Processes in the case, the threads are there in the stack area. When I call the start method, start से run call होता है, तो वो run को एक separate stack area मिलता है. एक के ऊपर एक नहीं जा रहे, अलग अलग स्टैक में जा रहे हैं. मेमोरी एरिया एक ही है, स्टैक इज टेम्पररी स्टोरेज. तो एवरी रन मेथड, एवरी थ्रेड विल हैव अ सेपरेट स्टैक एरिया टू वर्क. हेंस दे आर इंडिपेंडेंट. ये भी हमने पॉइंट डिस्कस किया था. दे आर independent. If you remember, we have discussed this thing. If one thread is in the stopped state, block the state, the other thread will not be able to work. ऐसा है. If one thread is in the blocked state, other thread will not be affecting, right? Independent है. तो वो क्यों है independent? Why they are independent? Because whenever I create a thread, सबको अलग अलग stack area अलग अलग है. Execution के लिए जो चाहिए, the area which is required for execution, that is being assigned separately because of the start. And now what happens if I manually call the run method? जैसे कि यहाँ पे in this program I'm calling t1.run instead of t1.start. So what will happen if I do it in this way? तो वो क्या हो जाएगा, मेन थ्रेड के ऊपर ही असाइन हो जाएगा, उसी स्टैक में असाइन हो जाएगा. It will be working in the same stack. Okay, it will not be allotted a separate stack to work, interfering to one another. तो वो काम हमको नहीं करना है. I require my thread should be independent. They should not affect each other's output, and hence we have to call my stack, call my thread by using the start method. Is this point clear? And this example, what happens? Class name extends thread. There is one run method which prints the running statement. Public static void main creating the object of t1. I'm calling t1.run. This is fine. Call कर सकते हो, but it will assign a, but does not start a separate call. अलग से execution की जगह नहीं दे रहा, main के ऊपर ही जा रहा है वो. Clear everyone? Yes, am I clear to everyone? Okay. Meanwhile, just put up the PRN numbers in the chat box. Put up the, just wait for a minute. Am I audible everyone properly? Okay. Wait for a moment. I think there is problem in accessing the PPT. Okay. Now next question is, what will be the problem if I call the run method directly? So let us look at the program. Stack अगर बोल रहे हैं same stack पे share कर रहा है, then how my output will be affected, that we have to look now. Look into the code, everyone. There is a class test called run2 which extends thread. So we are using the first method of the creation of the thread, that is using the class thread. Public void run method is there. Now look into the code what run method is having. Run is having starting a loop from I equal to 1, I less than 5, I plus plus. We have started a loop for 1 till 5. Inside the for loop, we have started with the try, or try what we have written thread dot sleep 500. Can you tell me what is the meaning of this statement? Thread dot sleep 500. What will be the meaning of thread dot sleep for 500? It will stop the thread for 500 milliseconds. Which thread? जो भी thread run के अंदर जाएगा वो it will be stopping itself for 500 milliseconds. Okay, तो ये हो गया run के अंदर का. try catch के अंदर है तो it will be moving it. Catch के अंदर whatever exceptions are there वो raise हो जाएंगे. That will be printed on the screen in case if any problem occurs in the thread. तो हमने catch बना के हुआ है. Name of the catch is exception is interrupted exception. Now look how many threads we have created. Just look into the code and tell me how many threads we have created inside public static void main. How many threads are there? Yes. Am I audible properly? Okay. तो बताओ कितने threads है फिर? How many are there? T1 and T2. T1 and T2 are what? These are the objects. Objects इसके हैं test call run के. And because it is extending the thread method, मतलब दो thread create कर रहे हो आप T1 and T2. Now if you look here, I'm calling T1 dot run. I'm calling T2 dot run. मतलब मैंने क्या किया है? T1 dot start नहीं किया है, T2 dot start call नहीं किया है. What I have called T1 dot run, T2 dot run. So what now? What? How will be the output coming? जैसे मैंने T1 dot run किया, it will move into the run method. Run के अंदर जाएगा. Run के अंदर we have started the loop from 1 to 5, I plus plus है, and it will what it will do, it will be पहले वो sleep में चला जाएगा for 500 milliseconds, फिर वो उठेगा after 500 milliseconds और print करेगा I का value. What will be the value of I for the first time? 1. 1 के बाद फिर वो 500 milliseconds के लिए break पे जाएगा in the sleep mode, फिर वो print करेगा 2. Then again it will move to the break of 500 milliseconds, फिर 3, फिर break of 500 milliseconds, फिर 4. मतलब यहाँ पे क्या किया इसने, जब तक ये T1 अपना पूरा काम कंप्लीट नहीं कर रहा है फॉर द स्लीप आफ्टर द कंप्लीशन ऑफ द एंटायर लूप, तब तक T2 अंदर नहीं जा सकता है क्योंकि ये थ्रेड के जैसे काम नहीं कर रहे. दे आर वर्किंग लाइक अ सेपरेट मेथड. रन मेथड के अंदर T1 ऑलरेडी काम कर रहा है, तो जब तक वो उठेगा 500 मिलीसेकंड्स के बाद आई प्रिंट करेगा, फिर सो जाएगा, फिर उठेगा, फिर प्रिंट करेगा, जब तक वो लूप चल रहा है this process will be working, तो तब तक T2 अपना काम स्टार्ट नहीं कर सकता. Understood? Now when T1 is being completed its work, तब वो T2 के पास जाएगा. T2 then it's going to call the run method. It will start work. T2 भी काम करेगा. फिर वो means they are not resources, and what they are doing is they are not sharing their resources. वो they are having a separate, they are working on one stack. One stack में जब तक T1 का काम complete नहीं होता है, T2 start नहीं कर सकता है. Is this point clear? This is the problem if you call the run method directly. Getting everyone? Yes, is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? Please tell me. Let us see the output, how it is going to display. For this, we have to execute this program. So let me open the command prompt. Just wait for 1 minute. Let me close this PowerPoint. There is some problem in this PowerPoint. Okay, take the screenshot of this slide till then. This notepad file, take a screenshot of this program. The output I'll be showing you. There is some problem in my laptop. Okay. Let me show you one more program. Just wait for a minute. It's opening. Okay, next question. Output I'll be showing you once my command prompt starts. Next program is what will happen if I call the start method twice. अभी पहले जो कोड था वो क्या था कि if I call the run method manually instead of calling start and then we are moving to run, वैसे ऐसे होता है, हम स्टार्ट कॉल करके रन में जाते हैं डायरेक्टली. तो हमने देखा कि हम रन अगर 2 बार कॉल कर रहे हैं, मैन्युअली कॉल करो, तो व्हाट विल बी द सीक्वेंस ऑफ आउटपुट. पहले वाले प्रोग्राम में आउटपुट कैसे दिखेगा, 1 2 3 4 for T1, इसके बाद 1 2 3 4 for T2. They will not be sharing the resources over there क्योंकि they are using the one common stack. पहले T1 stack ऑक्यूप करेगा, उसके ऊपर T2 जाएगा. तो जब तक T1 stack में से निकलता नहीं है, T2 will not be starting its work. ठीक है. Now next question, which is why can I start the can I use the start method twice? Now in this case, if I write this code, what is there? Public void run. Run के अंदर we have a statement called as running. Public static void main, creating the object. Can you see how many threads I have created now in this code? Look and tell me. One thread. What is the name of the thread? T1. I'm using T1 dot start. T1 dot start twice. Now what will happen when I use? अब पहला जो कॉल होगा, this T1 dot start, this ये जाके run को कॉल करेगा. Okay, and inside the run we have a method print statement running. So this will be working fine for the first T1 dot start. जैसे ही जावा आगे बढ़ेगा, उसको दिखेगा कि मैंने फिर से बोला T1 dot start. Now here in this particular statement, your Java will throw an exception. Java एक error throw करेगा कि you cannot start your thread twice. Same T1 को वापस दोबारा start नहीं कर सकते. Once it is in the running state, एक बार वो रन में चला गया है, उसको हम फिर से नहीं बोल सकते start करो T1 को. If I have another state T2, another thread T2, T2 dot start किया तो चलेगा because now T1 and T2 will be two separate threads which I am asking to start. एक बार एक thread running state में है already, उसको फिर से हम running state में नहीं भेज सकते. Is this point clear to everyone? Because now my command prompt is not starting up properly, so I cannot show the output of this also. But have you all understood the program? Now in this case, आपको running का first T1 का running output दिखेगा, but second के लिए आपको error दिखेगा. एक running दिखेगा print message में, output में, second running नहीं दिखेगा because वो error दिखाएगा. 2 बार start करो आप, same thread को 2 बार start करो. Clear everyone? This second code. Take the screenshot of this program also. Any doubt till here you can ask. Previous वाले में भी और अभी वाले में भी. Any doubt? Then next program is about the priority. Let me open that program. How to get the priority. Now, what do you mean by priority? Priority क्या होता है? Every thread is allocated some priority by the operating system. Priority is mean which how much priority, how much precedence is given to that thread, because there will be many threads working in your system. तो कौन सा thread पहले रन करना चाहिए, कौन सा बाद में करना चाहिए, which should be given the higher precedence than the other. So who is going to decide? The decision is taken by the operating system. So how to check the priority given by the operating system? We have a method available and that method is called as get priority method. Get priority बताएगा कि क्या priority assign किया है CPU ने या operating system में both thread को. Now look into the code here. We have a run method. Every thread will have to go into the run method. तो run method लिखना ही पड़ेगा आपको. What is there inside the run method? Running thread name is thread dot current name dot get name. जो भी current thread चल रहा है उसका name बताएगा कि कौन सा thread चल रहा है. Is this point clear? How many threads we are creating now? We are creating 2 threads, T1 and T2. क्योंकि extend thread किया है तो object जैसे T1 object T2 object class का create करोगे, by default वो thread हो जाएंगे. They will be considered as the thread because we have used the syntax of extends thread. अगर आपको याद हो last time हमने देखा था, implements runnable करते हो तो आपको object creation 2 बार करना पड़ता है, एक class का object, एक thread का object. Separately you have to create an object of thread if you remember. Yes, in this case because we are using extends thread, तो आप एक ही object create करोगे, class का object. So Java get priority ext is the name of the class. T1 is the object name of the class. T is the object name of the class. लेकिन they are extending thread, so they will be part of the thread now. T1 and T2 will be considered as the objects of thread. ये समझा point यहाँ तक? Extend thread का ये एक advantage है, आपको separately thread का object create करना नहीं पड़ेगा. Is this clear? Okay. Now, once I have created two threads T1 and T2, I'm going to get the check the priority. So T1 dot get priority and T2 dot get priority. This will be giving me what priority is being assigned to the threads. और इसके बाद अगर आपको thread से काम करवाना है तो I have to call T1 dot start, I have to call T2 dot start. Is this point clear? But suppose आपको काम नहीं करवाना है, T1 से ही काम करवाना है, T2 को नहीं करवाना है. Anything I don't want to start with T2. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to start this. I'm not going to write this statement. T2 dot start नहीं लिखोगे. Then in this case only T1 is going to start his work. T2 thread create करके रखा है, but उसको हमने कुछ काम नहीं दिया है. We have not made that thread to work. So it's up to the user. 10 threads create करके रखे. जरूरी नहीं है कि 10 threads को बोलोगे start करो. तो कुछ error नहीं दिखाएगा कि आपने उसको start क्यों नहीं करवाया है. Is this point clear? Depending on the use requirement, how many threads we require to start. So here in this case, what will be the output? दोनों के नेम दिखाएगा. पहले T1 डॉट स्टार्ट किया है तो T1 डॉट स्टार्ट जाएगा रन के अंदर. रन के अंदर आउटपुट दिखेगा. रनिंग थ्रेड नेम करंट थ्रेड विल बी T1. T1 का गेट नेम बताएगा जो भी जावा ने नेम उसको असाइन किया है. गेट नेम से वो नेम बताएगा उसका क्या है. As well as and जैसे वो रन से वापस आ जाए वो यहाँ पे जाएगा. उसकी प्रायोरिटी बताएगा कि क्या प्रायोरिटी असाइन किया था वो थ्रेड को. फिर T2 डॉट स्टार्ट जाएगा. T2 स्टार्ट भी करंट थ्रेड T2. T2 का नेम क्या असाइन किया है जावा ने, दैट नेम विल बी प्रिंटेड. गेट नेम विल बी गिविंग द नेम and then it will come back here which is going to print what is the priority assigned to T2 thread. Getting everyone? So in this case I'll be getting 4 statements as the output. One is their names, T1 and T2 की names, सभी T1 and T2 की priorities. समझा प्रोग्राम? Take the screenshot of the program. Am I audible properly to everyone? Okay. Just wait for a second. Have a look at this code, everyone, students. Now this is about the set priority. Check and tell me what is the change between the previous one and this program. Observe the program and tell me the difference. Okay, students. Yes, audible now? My okay. Now what happens here in this case? We have used set priority means we are going to change the priority. I will explain again. Max priority क्या होगा? If I require to change the default priority which is being assigned by the operating system or which is being assigned by the Java, जो भी default priority assign कर रहा है, अगर मुझे change करना है, if I want to change, so how can I change that priority? I can change using the function set priority, using the method set priority. And what values the set priority can take? Set priority can take three values: thread dot max priority, thread dot min priority, thread dot norm priority, NORM, norm priority. Now we have already discussed कि minimum priority क्या होता है. What is the minimum priority given to a thread? Start. मैंने बताया था पहले. Min priority means minimum priority which what is the value? What is the minimum priority value we can assign to a thread? Minimum is 1. Yes. And what is the max priority we can assign? Maximum will be 10. Minimum is 10, maximum is 10. And what is norm? Norm is what is the normal priority. Default priority कितना assign होगा? 5. In between 1 and 10, you can assign any priority. लेकिन there are three constants defined in Java: max underscore priority, min underscore priority, and norm underscore priority. When I assign max underscore priority, तो value 10 दे देगा आप thread को. जो भी आपका thread है, that is here in this case is T1. So T1 will be assigned the max priority as 10. Then we have and we can also change this. Max priority निकाल के आप इधर min priority डाल सकते हो. If I assign min priority to this program, so what will be the priority assigned to it? Caps में ही लिखना है because it is constant. Okay, min priority means 1. It will be assigned the value as 1. And if I give it norm, तो कितना assign हो जाएगा उसको? 5. Is it okay with this? तो ये तो तीन कांस्टेंट हो गए, मीन मैक्स एंड नॉर्म. लेकिन अगर मुझे बीच के वैल्यूज देने, इफ आई वांट टू गिव द वैल्यू 8 to any thread, if I want to give the value 3 to any thread, तो उसके लिए तो ये constants काम नहीं आएंगे, because constants सिर्फ 1, 10 और 5 priority ले सकते हैं. Then in that case, what I have to do is I have to manually give the value over there. Suppose I want to give a thread the priority as 8, so I will be giving an integer value 8 to it. तो ये भी चलेगा. अगर आपको manually 5 देना है, तो manually 5 भी दे सकते हो. If I want to give the some say 7, between 1 and 10, you can assign any priority using the function set priority, apart from using the constants norm, min and max. Clear to everyone? अगर मैंने इसको higher than 10 priority दिया, suppose मैंने 18 दिया, any value higher than 10, this is not going to be taken by Java. Java इसमें error throw करेगा. You cannot assign priority. Such value you cannot assign to any thread because it has only range of. Clear this point to everyone about the set priority. So how should I write? It has to be an object of thread class. So I have to write thread dot. If I want to give max priority, so capital में लिखना पड़ेगा max underscore PRIORI. Getting now? Is this clear? इसके बाद अब T1 dot start to. Once you have given the priority to the thread, then you can now start with the thread value. You can start the working of the thread. Take the screenshot of this program. Taken everyone? Any doubts still here? Please ask. Put up in the chat box and you can ask. So we have seen today till here what we have seen. We have seen what is the use of calling the start, and then we have seen how if I will be able to call, will it be allowing me to call start method twice? तो वो नहीं करने देगा. Output हमने देखा नहीं. Third, how to set the priority and how to get the priority. Fourth thing we have seen now till here. Okay. Let's then look at the another program. अभी जो next concept है, next concept is about synchronization. This you might already be familiar with in your operating system concept. What do you mean by synchronization of threads? Yes, what do you mean by synchronization of threads? Any idea about synchronization? Deadlock का concept किया है आपने OS में deadlock? Yes, have you all done the concept of deadlock? Am I audible properly? Okay. Deadlock किया है आपने? What happens in deadlock? Suppose there are 3 threads and all of the 3 threads require the same resource to work. एक T1 ने occupy करके रखा है, thread use कर रहा है resource T1 thread, T2 and T3 also want to use the same resource at the same time. So your operating system will be allowing to share the resource at the same time. nahi, in that case what happens, T1 and T2, I mean sorry, T2 and T3 has to wait for the resources. जब तक T2 उसको वापस नहीं करेगा, T1 जब तक रिलीज नहीं करेगा, T2 and T3 thread will not be able to access that resource. Okay, and डेडलॉक इज व्हाट की T1 T2 T3 तीनों एक दूसरे के शेयर रिसोर्सेज के लिए वेट कर रहे हैं. T1 is waiting for the resource which is occupied by T2. T2 is waiting for the resource which is occupied by T3. T3 is waiting for the resource which is occupied by T1. तो ये डेडलॉक है, एक दूसरे के रिसोर्स रिलीज करने के लिए वेट कर रहे हैं. किसी को भी कुछ भी रिसोर्स नहीं मिलेगा, वो वहीं पे रुक जाएंगे. योर thread will stop work, all the threads will stop working. That is deadlock. But what is synchronization? Synchronize क्या होता है कि there should be mutual understanding between the threads. अगर एक resource किसी एक thread ने use किया हुआ है, it is occupying one thread, other thread should not use that same resource at the same time. We have to write our program in such a way that if one thread is working on a particular method, तो कोई दूसरा thread वो method में तब तक नहीं जाएगा जब तक पहले वाला thread बाहर नहीं निकलता है. Once it releases all the resources coming out of the scope of that method, only then will be able to go for the next method, next thread over there. समझा ये थोड़ा बहुत concept समझा synchronization का? Okay, I'm trying to open this file which shows the code how to do the synchronization. अब इसमें करना क्या है, Java provides the two ways of creating this synchronization. Synchronization क्या है? At a time one thread is allowed to do its work. Okay, वो same work second thread को भी करना है, but second thread will not be allowed to do it until and unless the first thread is completing its work. Okay, and how this can be achieved, Java कैसे ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम को बताएगा कि ये मेथड जब तक एक थ्रेड कंप्लीट नहीं करेगा, दूसरे मेथड उसके दूसरा थ्रेड वो मेथड के अंदर आना नहीं चाहिए. How this can be done in Java? That can be done by using a keyword called as synchronized. Synchronize is a keyword used in Java. मेथड के आगे आप synchronize लगा दोगे. जैसे what is the signature of the writing the method? Public void method name. अब क्या लगाओगे? Public synchronized void method name. Public synchronized keyword फिर method name. अब जैसे ही synchronize लगा दिया वो method के आगे, that method will be working as an separate method for every thread. अगर T1 thread वो method call करके use कर रहा है, T2 वो method call नहीं कर सकता है जब तक T1 अपना काम complete नहीं करेगा. वो method से बाहर नहीं आएगा, T1 उसके अंदर नहीं जाएगा. In this way what will happen? They will not be interfering to one another's work and every resource will be given to all the threads. Samjha? Yes? Getting everyone? Okay. One minute. Let without synchronization. Okay. Am I audible? Everyone? Am I audible? Okay. Program visible to you? Is the program? No? But my voice is audible to everyone? SP3. Okay. Well, now everyone. Am I audible? Everyone, am I audible? Okay. See, because there is a lot of network issue today, the power supply is not there at my home, as well as the charging is also going. Charging is well in my laptop. So we will be session itself for today. We'll be winding up the session here. One convenient. For Is it okay, everyone? Yes.